All right, I'm Lynn Hitterocker. We're back to the back end of WowBiz Nebraska. I'm going to talk about a fascinating topic. I've been looking at the economic development industry here in the state of Nebraska for 22 years, actually, since 2002, when I brought a concept to the Nebraska Department of Economic Development way back, as I said, in 2002 and 3 and 4. It was called Grassroots Innovation. That was the name of a marketing campaign that kind of glamorized entrepreneurship in the state of Nebraska. I banged on their door for a number of years, couldn't get it done, so I kind of pulled back and tried to figure out how can I make a unique contribution to the state of Nebraska. 10 years ago, I figured out that I can conduct interviews with community leaders, have events, have people come into an auditorium, and we did it all over the entire state and some very small communities like Arlington as well, and ask them, what do they believe in? What's the future of this community? Let's talk about the possibilities that are inherent right here. We put those up on YouTube as a way to attract the young folks that had left the state. They could see these videos and say, you know, that might be interesting to come back there and check out my old hometown. Looks like they're doing something, see? So since then, that was about 10 years ago, since then I've been deeply involved in trying to figure out how Nebraska can recover and kind of get out of this problematic groove with brain drain. We now lose 2,500 to 3,000 very bright young people every year from this state. Put a lot of time and energy into helping these people succeed in their education, then boom, they're gone. People have been whining about this. Whining, I don't know why they leave, it's terrible, it's a bad thing. We lose $1 billion in taxes every 10 years because of this phenomena. Somebody's got to figure out what we're going to do about this. Finally, 3.5 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, I went to Lincoln. I got an organized focus group, got 5 or 6 of these young people who are UNL grads. Some were working, some were just getting ready to leave. They were all committed. They were all committed to leaving the state of Nebraska. Got them all together at Starbucks on O Street in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I said, why? Why are you leaving? What's up? Why is this happening? Your family's here, you got connections. And they laid it out for me. At first, they didn't want to get to the bottom line, but we finally got down to the nitty-gritty in terms of this career move. It's a fascinating thing. And it's information, by the way, I have to say that nobody else has what I'm going to share with you right now. Nobody else. The first thing is this. They said, look, there's really 2 things that we want, Lynn. They said, the first thing is that we know business owners in the state of Nebraska are conservative, nice people, wonderful people, grew up around them, but they're traditional. They've been running their business with the same model for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. They don't have any intention of changing the way they run the company, right? And, even though I, did well in school and so on, they're going to put me in the back of the office. I'm going to crunch some numbers. I'm going to do some generic things for the office. And it's probably not going to be a real exciting phase in my career, all right? So that's the first thing. Why do we have to do that, right? We can go to Colorado Springs, we can go to Louisville, Kentucky, Des Moines, Austin, Portland, Oregon. All those people want us to come out there and lead digital innovation initiatives, Lynn. Why wouldn't we do that? The money's comparable. Why would I want to stay here and crunch numbers and get nothing important done? It's an undeniable point. And it makes people in our state very uncomfortable. They really know that this is true. They're not surprised to hear it. But what do we do, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the second point was this. They said, look, money isn't everything. Work isn't everything. We like to live somewhere. We like to live somewhere that is fun, interesting, a stylish environment, kind of a cool place. Maybe a downtown, that would be ideal. We could walk down the street and go work for somebody down the street. We don't have to pollute the air driving up and down in the car on a freeway. That's our idea of a good life, right? That's our idea of a good life. Leading initiatives, being respected, being asked to provide input at every turn in a business culture, serving social responsibility, serving people in the entire community, not just trying to make a buck, make a check, and allow our boss to bank a profit. There's more to business than that, right? But we also want to have a good time, We want to do something in a cool environment. And those are the two things, Lynn, that we can't find here. We can't seem to find places like that here. So I've made a lot of notes. And since then, I've talked to a lot of people across the state, some more economic development leaders, struggling with the fact that they're really good at grant writing or site selection and so on, but now all of a sudden they're in the talent attraction business. Well, this is marketing, right? Who are we talking to? What do they believe in? What are their values? What's their hot button? What motivates them to do this or go there? They don't know. They don't know. There's no preparation for any of that. So we are ill prepared. We don't know what we're selling exactly. We don't know who we're selling it to. And we're setting ourselves up, even though we're trying to initiate and do some important breakthrough things, we may be setting ourselves up for a little bit of failure because 25-year-olds have a distinct idea about what a great career is all about, and it's far different than city council members, 60, 65 years old. They are working in different planets, on different ideas, and their vision of the future is extremely different. This is the gap. This is the gap I'm stepping into, ladies and gentlemen. Right here in WowBiz, Nebraska, I'm Lynn Hinderrocker. I got to tell you, this is a fascinating, classic example of generational tension. Things are going flat to down throughout the entire state in many different ways, although we've had some successes. But in general, we are less competitive than where we need to be. We're number 37, number 38 in terms of business development, start of new companies, right? And frankly, as was told to us by Hank Robinson at Metropolitan Community College, the researcher there, he said, top tier students, top tier professionals don't even think about Nebraska. We're not even on their plate. We're not even close to competing. So this is a massive transition. Economic development people don't know exactly what to do. Marketing is not exactly the thing that most of them were chosen to be good at. Outsiders are coming in trying to optimize, augment, try to help in some particular way. Here's the target audience. This is what they want to hear from you. This is what they're looking for. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm Lynn Hinderrocker right here in WowBiz, Nebraska. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tom Peters, for helping us remember how important it is to reimagine the future, reimagine the company, reimagine our state. Come back and see us again. We'll see where we're at next time around. Thanks again for watching.